One name, Nara Smith.
Let's plate up dinner, shall we?
If you haven't been captured by her soft-spoken voice or her amazing cooking videos, then let me explain. Nara Smith is a social media star with almost 12 million followers on TikTok. So why are we here? Well, I want to talk about how Nara is viewed on both sides of the spectrum. On one side, there are people who see nothing wrong with her glamorous lifestyle. But on the other hand, there are people who feel the complete opposite. Between late 2023 and early 2024, Nara began going viral on TikTok for posting her tradwife content of her cooking elaborate meals while wearing fancy gowns and beautiful clothing. Anyone can learn to cook, but Nara had something: making meals and snacks from scratch for her husband and children. Speaking of Nara's husband, you may have seen him around because he is a famous male model named Lucky Blue Smith. The two met at a fashion show in 2020 and have been inseparable since. After getting married, Nara has already given birth to 3 children with Lucky, who already has a daughter from a previous relationship. Viewers have speculated that Nara might have an addiction to pregnancy, considering she just announced her pregnancy with her 4th child. That is not the issue with viewers. It's her age and the fact that she has consistently given birth at such a young age of only 23.
Love when I can come on this app and feel vindicated because I'm always right, never wrong. Y'all just don't like the way that I say things. Always right, never wrong. In September, when I came on this app and I said Nara Smith having 3 kids plus a stepchild at the ripe age of 23 is a little bit too much, people were telling me I was jealous. I could never be jealous of someone with 3 kids, much less someone who's only 11 months older than me with 3 kids and a stepchild. But guess what? It's now 4 kids because she's pregnant again.
After all this talk and judgment from viewers, Nara responded, letting people know her reasoning behind having so many children at only 23.
I'm about to have 4 kids under 5 and I'm only 23, so let's talk about it. First off, was it planned? No, this was a surprise baby. I said I was totally done after our last one. Whimsy is only just about over a year, so I guess it was meant to be. How far along am I? I'm about 6 months now, which is crazy to say, and no, I didn't pre-record any of my videos. It's just good angles, outfits, and sucking in my stomach. I waited to share for as long as I feel like I could because I knew that people were going to have all kinds of opinions, and me personally, I had to get used to the idea as well of having another kid since I'm mentally prepped to be done after Whimsy. No, I'm not having this many kids because I'm Mormon. I'm not Mormon. I just wanted to be a young mom and do everything while I was really young, and I think that's just a personal preference for me. I did a lot of the things that people in their 20s do when I was a teenager, so now I felt like I was ready to start a new chapter and do other things, which is being a mom, and I love being a mom and making that choice.
Nara mentions that she is not Mormon, and that comes from speculation that she and her husband were Mormon. Obviously, this had a lot of people side-eyeing the couple because Mormons have been thought to allegedly be rooted in racism. That would definitely be an issue, considering Nara is mixed with her mother being an African Mosotho woman. When I think of Mormon tradwife, I think of ballerina farms on TikTok. That's a whole other rabbit hole that I will be traveling down soon. We've done all this talking about Nara being pregnant again and working on her 4th child, and we haven't discussed her choices in baby names. When fans found out the names of her children, they were completely shocked considering these weren't traditional names, but unique names. Nara named her children Rumble Honey, Slim Easy, and Whimsy Lou. Her stepdaughter is named Gravity. Although they are not your everyday names, the kids can say there is no one else in the world's name like mine. I think that some viewers were concerned because Nara also was diagnosed with lupus, an illness that occurs when the immune system attacks healthy tissues and organs. It also causes fatigue, and when you're pregnant, fatigue happens more often than not. So constantly putting your body through pregnancy seemed risky to Nara and her body's ability to deal with lupus. These are my thoughts about everything we've mentioned so far. I think that Nara's life is just that. Her life. Her and her husband can afford to care for their children, and it is her body and her choice. We may look at her like she's crazy for having children so young and not living life. But she is living life. Her life. We may not understand her decisions, but we are one of the millions of people watching from the outside looking in. So the question is, why are there people upset for someone who isn't upset herself? We can disagree on her choices, but we don't have to dwell on a woman choosing to live her life how she wants. There are plenty of people in this world having multiple children, not married and not financially stable, So why do people think twice when it comes to Nara's situation? Anywho, I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Catch you later.